What is the source of increase in divorce? How to reduce the rate of divorce in the world? How to have a successful marriage once and for all? What if we already knew who we should marry? At first day of life on the earth, our story is the story of science. We came here to know ourselves and the laws of this world. Many years ago, we began a journey of insight to find the answers. And now we are going to take a closer look at the human structure. This is a new research that led to the discovery of undiscovered specifications of humans. About 7 years ago, I started researching about successful marriage and the cause of divorces because of the psychological damage that happened to me, and it raised some questions in my mind. How some people in society have a good and happy life and enjoy living together for the rest of their lives when they fall in love and get married for the first time. Is this a matter of luck? Definitely no. There must be a scientific solution. We've discovered many science because we were looking for the right answer to our question. I examined people who had successful marriage and those who had failed marriage, and gathered their complete information of moral characteristics like values, religion, talents, interests, and age. And I started to doing detailed research on each of these people in a long term. After a few years, I noticed constant patterns and made me happy. But I wasn't convinced, because if a problem has a constant patterns, then it must be provable. What I wanted, it was convince the best professors in the world with scientific proof. And I continued this path until I reached that. Then I decided to share this matter and do it globally. This matter is one of the greatest challenges of mankind. How can prevent divorces and family disagreements with science radically? Especially divorce between famous people such as singers and actors, who are all familiar with this issue nowadays. And because no one has presented a scientific and clear solution for this matter, this issue has become a normal lifestyle of people. You must have been asked too, why most of the rich in the world with all their wealth, luxury lives, and best psychologists can't have a successful marriage and they get divorced after a while. Why most of actors and actresses, singers and even psychologists with all their fame and wealth can't find an exact solution to have a successful marriage once and for all. We cannot get married and divorce continuously for the rest of our lives because we don't have enough time for. Meanwhile, psychological damage of this job will affect our life. Depression, distrust, and many other things that I have good experience about. After several unsuccessful marriages, you will either not continue or persuade yourself to have a difficult life with another person. Researchers showed our choices usually start based on questions about common points in individual characteristics. But with the passage of time, we notice non-common points in each other that we didn't know. This matter usually takes 2 or 5 years to understand these non-common points, which of course depends on people's lifestyle. Couples who are together at work and home will notice it sooner. These choices seem interesting in the early days, but rarely work. By discovering and presenting a scientific and practical solution, I realized that we can marry with the best partner once and for all, and be successful at the first time, and also have the best children, a family with the most mutual understanding. Actually, I realized the cause of all divorces and disagreements in society is the complete lack of harmony in individual characteristics that I related to the time when fundamental informations are placed on a brain. And in fact, these are the fundamental issues that define psychology and create our individual characteristics. If we have good perception of fundamental programs that create our mind, we can identify all the issues related to marriage, family disagreements, talents, and many other characteristics in each person and prevent problems radically. Imagine you decided to get married at young age and choose the person who is the best partner for you and enjoy living together for the rest of your life. Then you'll have children that you are proud to have them. A family that they really enjoy living together. It will bring peace. This is practical experience now. But how? Let me explain it scientifically. We all come into the world with our own serial number, and everyone has their own serial number, like a fingerprint that is unique. This serial number contains part of the information and programs that we already have them, and the rest of the information is completed during our growth and makes our character, such as country, religion, culture, family, customs, and other things. These information and programs are like the basic information inside a seed, and a seed knows what kind of plant it should become. A part of human mind and its character are also programmed, and basic information downloaded and installed on a brain before the birth as the information inside the seed. Brain is like a computer hardware and mind is the brain's function, and it's like softwares that we install on a computer and use them. Look at your computer. If your computer doesn't have Windows and turn it on, you will see that it doesn't work, and there are softwares that define the functions of your computer and improve it. Humans are the same. The human mind works in a programmed manner, and we can use our mind and physics. In this example, Windows operating system is like a basic software on which all softwares are installed after the Windows. Country, religion, culture, and family are like other software. You are who you were programmed to be. Everything you like and the talents you have defined for you, partly before your birth and partly after your birth. As you can see, these two circles are the characteristics of two different people, which I've written numerical to make it easier to understand. Let me explain it on a board. Suppose a person's mind is programmed in such a manner that it has all the numbers from 1 to 9 except 3. For example, the definition of number 3 means having discipline, and the other person's mind is programmed in such a manner that it has all the numbers from 1 to 9 except 5. For example, the definition of number 5 means being pragmatic. When we put these two people next to each other, they have an understanding on a common numbers. But here, when they get to non-common numbers, that's when we say to others, I don't understand you. Because the first person doesn't have 3, and no matter how much talk to him about discipline, he stays focused on the numbers defined for him. And this matter makes him not pay attention to discipline. Then again, no matter how much talk to pragmatic person about power of imagination and meditation, she doesn't understand and usually doesn't pay attention to them. This is complete lack of harmony in individual characteristics. As much as numbers of these non-commons be more, disagreements will be more too. At this time, because we don't understand each other's definitions, we either ignore them or resort to force to make the other party understand, which will probably lead to dissatisfaction of one of the parties or even a dispute. Our behavior at this time also depends on the type of relationship we have. For example, when you are with your co-workers or friends and you don't see them a lot and you have no responsibility for them, you prefer to ignore things you don't understand. But when someone is always living with you and you have responsibility for, you will behave differently. That both situations will injure you because anything that calms your mind and make you progress are ignored or suppressed. Uncommon numbers have friction as a sort file. You notice them when something is important to you and others don't care about it, and are like living a tidy person with an untidy person. For example, suppose you have a good talent for soccer, but you have to give it up because of your partner, because you have to always training and away from home. You have to choose between a partner and pursuing talents. But if you are in harmony with your partner and have the same basic definitions, this matter will not happen, and even your partner will encourage you and you will do same. You will complement each other. Lack of fundamental harmony means people who have different programs and definitions get together and get married, and after a while realize that they have no understanding of each other's issues. Through several years of research and examinations, I realized that it's easy to identify and separate people and any program defined for them. A job that no one has ever done and knows nothing about. We identify people scientifically and put them together in such a manner that both have perfect harmony. This is like examining atoms quantumly instead of molecules. These are parts of what we are looking for. Identifying the serial numbers of people and putting harmony serials next to each other. Identifying harmonious values. Teaching some psychological issues. Teaching marital relations and something more. I took one step lead to prevent divorce and family disagreement radically, and people can have successful marriage. But what people need to know is that they must to learn and inform. I've done this job many times over the years, and these people were excited. Putting those who have the same definitions together brings order to the fundamental issues, and this matter helps everything to be naturally fine. With this knowledge, we can make possible everything that it was impossible until now, and witness its impact on people and society, and use it to improve the lives of all the people of the world. I also realized that at least 35% of these numbers are common to all the humans, and this matter has caused unity among humans. And usually, the beginning of relationships between people starts from finding these common points in each other and talking about. Well, we all know scientific solutions have always solved humans' riddles, and we have all these possibilities and advances for the sake of science. This science is mathematics and follow the rules, and it can be taught, and it's like the formulas of mathematics and physics. After years of research, I realized two constant patterns for identifying and separating the serial numbers of people, and I always tried to have a logical answer for the best universities in the world. For this purpose, I proved of this theory mathematically, and now it's ready to presenting to the human society.